Test 1. Speaking. Part 1. The examiner asks you about yourself, your home, work or studies, and other familiar topics. Example. International food. First, can you find food from many different countries where you live?
Yes, it's actually quite easy to find food from all over the world where I live. There are plenty of restaurants and cafes offering international dishes, from Italian pasta to Japanese ramen. I think this is partly because the area is popular with tourists, and also because local people enjoy exploring new flavors.
2. How often do you eat typical food from other countries?
Each say I eat food from other countries about once or twice a month. I enjoy trying different cuisines because it's exciting and broadens my taste. But for everyday meals, I still prefer traditional food from my own country. It's more familiar and comforting.
3. Have you ever tried making food from another country?
Yes, I have. Last year I tried making Japanese sushi at home. It was really fun and surprisingly not too complicated. Although it required a lot of preparation and fresh ingredients. I enjoy the process, but I don't make it often because it can be quite time consuming.
4. What food from your country would you recommend to people from other countries?
I would definitely recommend rendang, a traditional slow-cooked beef dish from Indonesia. It's rich, flavorful, and made with a unique blend of spices that give it an unforgettable taste. In fact, many foreigners who have tried it say it's one of the most delicious dishes they've ever had.
Speaking Part 2. Describe a law that was introduced in your country and that you thought was a very good idea. You should say what the law was, who introduced it, when and why it was introduced, and explain why you thought this law was such a good idea. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish.
One law in Indonesia that I think was an excellent idea is the mandatory helmet law for motorcyclists. It requires every rider and passenger to wear a helmet that meets national safety standards. It was introduced by the Ministry of Transportation around 2009 to reduce serious head injuries from frequent traffic accidents. I remember seeing many public campsites and police checkpoints when it first started. Some people complained at first, but most accept it over time. I think it's a great law because it saves lives and builds discipline on the road. Government data show accident fatalities dropped significantly after it was enforced. I always wear my helmet not just because it's the law, but because I value my safety. Overall, it's a simple but powerful rule that protects people.
Question part 3. Discussion topics. School rules. Example question. What kind of rules are common in a school?
In most schools, there are rules about punctuality, wearing the proper uniform, respecting teachers and classmates, and not using mobile phone during class. Many schools also have regulations about completing homework on time, keeping the school clean, and participating in certain activities.
How important is it to have rules in a school?
I think rules are essential because they create a safe and organized learning environment. Without rules, students might become distracted or disruptive, which would affect everyone's education. Rules also teach young people discipline and responsibility, which are useful life skills.
What do you recommend should happen if children break school rules?
I believe the punishment should match the seriousness of the rule that was broken. For minor issues, such as being late, warning might be enough. For more serious cases, like bullying, the school should take stronger action, including involving the parents. However, I also think schools should focus on helping students understand why the rule exists, not just punishing them.
Working in the legal profession. Example question. Can you suggest why many students decide to study law at university?
Many students see law as a prestigious field that can lead to a stable and well-paying career. Some are also motivated by a desire to fight for justice or to help people who can define themselves. Others might be influenced by family members who work in the legal field.
What are the key personal qualities needed to be a successful lawyer?
A good lawyer needs strong analytical skill to understand complex cases, excellent communication skill to argue persuasively, and a high level of integrity because they deal with sensitive matters. Patience and resilience are also important, as legal cases can take months or even years to resolve.
Do you agree that working in the legal profession is very stressful?
Yes, I do. Lawyers often deal with tight deadlines, demanding clients, and high-stake cases. They might need to work long hours to prepare evidence or attend court hearing. However, many lawyers also find the work rewarding, especially when they can achieve a positive outcome for their clients.